onto where we left off for setup for company information. Again, File, Setup, Company Information. And here in this video, we're going to go to the Calendar tab where we left off. The settings on this tab control the behavior of the Calendar module. Begin by specifying the starting and ending times for the calendar in the Calendar settings. This will specify the first and the last time slots displayed each day on the calendar. The duration of each time slot is defaulted to 15 minutes on the default duration box, but you can override this parameter and set it to the interval that works best for your office. The closed color drop-down box allows you to select a color for those time slots when the office is closed. The not available color drop-down specifies the color for the time slots when a physician is not available. On the work week section, use the closed check boxes for those days of the week when your office is closed. You can also set your office hours for every day of the week. Any exceptions to your office hours, lunch hours, holidays, etc. could be specified on the Business Hours Exceptions section. Select your time zone in the Time Zone Settings drop-down box. And we're going to talk about adding an exception. To add an exception, click Add to open the Availability Exceptions screen. In the Exception Time section, select the start time and either the end time or the duration of the exception. To set a date range for the recurrence, fill in the start date field in the Range of Recurrence section. If the recurrence will repeat indefinitely, make sure that no end date radio button is selected. If the recurrence will end on a specific date, click the End By radio button and fill in the appropriate date. To set a pattern for the recurrence, select the appropriate radio button in the Recurrence Patterns section. If the exception will occur the same day every month, click the Day radio button and enter the numerical day of the month when this will happen. Or the same day on a given week every month, click the radio button in the middle and select the week and day from the drop-down lists. Or lastly, the same day of the week every certain number of weeks, select the Week radio button and enter the number of weeks between recurrences. Select the day of the week from the radio buttons below. Select whether the exception will make the office available or not available from the radio buttons to the right. Enter an exception reason to be displayed on the time slots affected by this exception, and then click OK to save your changes, or Cancel to disregard them. If you use the eAppointments interface to book appointments on the web, you need to enter a store number, user ID, and password under the section for the appointment book. These, or otherwise known as tab, these credentials are assigned to you by eAppointments and allow MyVision Express to interface with tab. For additional information, please see the eAppointments section of Chapter 16. And in just a moment, we will continue again at the next video where we are leaving off here in the Company Information Setup under Logo tab.